Are plant-based meats really healthier than real meat? This question has been on the minds of many health enthusiasts. The popularity of plant-based meats has surged in recent years thanks to companies like Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods. These companies have revolutionized the food industry with their innovative meat substitutes that taste remarkably like the real deal. The past few years have seen a significant rise in plant-based meat substitutes. Products like Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers have taken the market by storm, offering a seemingly healthier alternative to traditional meat. The global revenue of plant-based meat companies was roughly $10 billion in 2023, more than double the $4.66 billion it was worth in 2018. This remarkable growth attests to the increasing demand for plant-based alternatives. In 2022, Beyond Meat, known for its plant-based sausages and burger patties, brought in $418.9 million, while Impossible Foods, the creator of the famous Impossible Burger, brought in $460 million. The success of these companies has proven that there is a substantial market for plant-based meats. However, despite the popularity and financial success of these plant-based meats, their nutritional value is now being scrutinized. Are they really the healthier choice they promise to be, or could they potentially increase the risk of heart disease and diabetes? The health benefits of these plant-based meats are now being questioned. A recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has raised concerns about the health implications of consuming plant-based meats. This study, conducted by the National University of Singapore, sought to examine the impact of these plant-based alternatives on individuals with an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. To gather data, the researchers enlisted the help of 89 Singaporeans who were identified as having a higher likelihood of developing this condition. These participants were then divided into two groups. The first group was instructed to continue with their regular diet, which included meat. The second group, on the other hand, was asked to swap out their usual meat choices for plant-based alternatives. These alternatives weren't just any plant-based foods, but specifically ultra-processed products like Impossible Beef, Omni Foods, Beyond Meat, and the Vegetarian Butcher. The choice to focus on these types of products was deliberate, as they're often marketed as healthier substitutes for traditional meats despite being highly processed. To monitor the impact these dietary changes had on the participants' health, the researchers used a combination of blood tests and continuous glucose monitoring. Blood tests were taken at the start and end of the study period to monitor changes in sodium and cholesterol levels, both of which can affect heart health. The continuous glucose monitors provided a detailed look at how the participants' blood sugar levels fluctuated throughout the day. What's interesting here is that this research was not just about comparing plant-based meats to animal meats. It was also about scrutinizing the health claims made about these products and assessing whether or not they're as nutritious as they're often made out to be. The findings of this study might surprise you. The study found that participants who ate plant-based meats for 8 weeks had higher blood sugar levels than those who consumed real meat. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal with having high blood sugar levels? Well, over time, high blood sugar can cause damage to the blood vessels and nerves that lead to your heart. This damage can increase the risk of developing heart disease. It's not just the heart that's at risk, though. High blood sugar levels can also increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, a chronic condition that affects how your body metabolizes glucose, a crucial source of energy for your body's cells. The findings of this study are quite significant, considering the common belief that plant-based meats are healthier than real meat. Many people choose to consume plant-based meats thinking that they're making a healthier choice. They're often marketed as low in fat, beneficial for cholesterol levels, and overall a healthier choice than the real deal. But this study, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, contradicts these health claims. It suggests that consuming plant-based meats like Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers could potentially increase the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Now let's not forget about the fact that plant-based meats are often high in carbohydrates and low in protein compared to animal meats. This nutritional profile could make them less healthy for you, as a diet high in carbohydrates can lead to weight gain and increased blood sugar levels, while a diet low in protein can lead to muscle loss and weakness. So what does this mean for those who consume plant-based meats for their health benefits? It means that it might be time to reconsider your dietary choices. especially if you're consuming these products under the assumption that they're healthier than real meat. It's always important to make sure that the foods you're consuming are beneficial for your health, not detrimental. Keep in mind, though, that this is just one study, and more research is needed to fully understand the health implications of consuming plant-based meats. The study suggests that plant-based meats, despite being marketed as a healthier option, could potentially increase the risk of heart disease. Now, you might ask, how could this be possible? Well, let's delve into the nutritional components of these products. Plant-based meats are often high in carbohydrates and relatively low in protein compared to animal meats. Our bodies need a balanced mix of nutrients to function optimally. Protein, for example, is essential for building and repairing tissues, while carbohydrates provide us with energy. However, too much of anything can tip the balance and lead to health issues. A diet high in carbohydrates can cause blood sugar levels to spike, leading to increased insulin production, which over time could potentially lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. On the other hand, a diet low in protein could leave you feeling hungry more often, potentially leading to overeating and weight gain. It's also worth noting that protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass, which is vital for our metabolism and overall health. So while these plant-based meats may seem like a healthier option on the surface, their nutritional profile suggests otherwise. It's also important to remember that these products are often highly processed, which generally isn't ideal for our health. Interestingly, about 40% of people who opt for plant-based alternatives do so believing in their health benefits. This is a significant proportion of consumers who might be unknowingly putting their health at risk, based on the findings of this study. But let's not demonize plant-based meats entirely. They do have their place in our diets, especially for those who choose not to consume animal products for ethical or environmental reasons. What's crucial is understanding that these products should not be seen as a direct, healthier swap for animal meats, but rather as an alternative that comes with its own set of considerations. As with everything in life, moderation and balance are key. It's important to maintain a varied diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods and to consider plant-based meats as just one piece of the nutritional puzzle. While plant-based meats offer an alternative for those seeking to reduce their meat consumption, it's important to consider the potential health risks. As we've explored in this video, the rise of plant-based meats, such as Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods, has been significant. These products have been marketed as a healthier, more environmentally friendly alternative to traditional meat. But recent studies suggest that the reality might not be so black and white. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals who consumed these plant-based meats for 8 weeks had higher blood sugar levels than those who ate real meat. This suggests an increased risk of developing heart disease and diabetes. These findings pose a contrast to the prevailing notion that plant-based diets can reduce the risk of developing diabetes by a quarter. It's crucial to note here that while plant-based diets can indeed be beneficial, not all plant-based foods are created equal. The plant-based meats under scrutiny in this study are ultra-processed products, high in carbohydrates and low in protein compared to animal meats. This brings us to an important point: the need for making informed dietary choices. It's essential to critically evaluate health claims and rely on evidence-based information when deciding what to include in your diet. The health halo around certain foods or diets can sometimes be misleading, and it's important to remember that a balanced diet is key to good health. Furthermore, these findings underscore the need for more research on the health implications of plant-based meats. As these products continue to grow in popularity and more individuals incorporate them into their diets, understanding their potential effects on health becomes increasingly important. So next time you reach for that plant-based burger, remember, it might not be as healthy as you think.